What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's stream. Today we are here in San Francisco and we are going to continue a flight that we tried yesterday, but we're going to fly into a different location in the state that we were choosing yesterday. Today we're going to be flying into Portland, Oregon, and with a continuation into Sacramento, and we're flying the CRJ-550 today. So let's go ahead and hop right into it and get things going in the jet. So I figured out I had to do some research yesterday to figure out what my issue was and why it kept wanting to freeze up on me whenever I put a route. And apparently it's an issue with the CRJ that other people have noticed. Basically with this aircraft, and Aerosoft has to fix it. This aircraft does not like if you put in an arrival or put in an airport and a runway without putting in an arrival. And for the airport that we were going to yesterday, it didn't have an arrival, which is weird. It just had the runway there. So whenever I put that in, it just caused everything to freak out, and it just didn't like it. So I'm like, you know what? We're not even going to try to go to that location again. We're just going to go to somewhere else in Oregon. So we're going to go straight away and get everything going inside of the jet. We don't have any ATC on today, which is unfortunate, but we'll still have a lot of fun. So let's go down here to the CDU and let the aircraft know where we're at. So we're at San Francisco, KSFO. And over here, let the GPS know, or let the GPS get set up. You can hear the APU starting to wind up there. And let's do our flight plan. So our flight plan is KSFO to KPDX. Go ahead and execute that. And our departure out of San Francisco is the trucking 2 departure with a great field transition. And we're going to be departing off of runway 1 right. Great field transition. Throw that in. Come back here to our arrivals page. And we're going to be, I can't talk. Dry mouth today. We're going to be arriving the Tumbers 2 arrival with a Machu transition, and based on the winds are 5 knots coming from 001, so we're going to be going for 1 left for our arrival, and we will catch it at Buxom. So that looks good. Execute that. And let's set up our performance. So come over here to the perf page. Perfect art. Cruising altitude today is going to be flight level 360. And let's put in our weight and balance over on the EFB. Our zero fuel weight is 51,788. 51,788, and our fuel that we're going to be, our block fuel, is 7,992. I'm just going to go ahead and put an even 8,000 in there. Give us a little bit of extra fuel, just in case we have traffic here on the ground and we have to hold for any reason. Going to send that out to the simulator. You see the aircraft shake there a little bit as everything is getting thrown in. And our trim that we're going to need is 5.8 on the trim wheel. And the passengers are going to start getting on the aircraft now. So our trim is set. Let's throw in our cruising altitude here of 36,000 feet. So they have scattered clouds that they're reporting over Portland, and maybe for a bumpy approach today. But it's still going to be an enjoyable flight. I love flying this aircraft. This is the first study level aircraft that was made for Flight Sim 2020. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in our decision height here as well, so I don't have to fool with it later. Decision height, and our decision height is 293. Alright, 293 for our decision height, that's thrown in there, and we are looking good. So we're just waiting for the passengers to get on now, and then we'll be on our way into Portland. Let me make sure we are on Unicom. We are on Unicom, and we are going to squawk. Let's go with 3245 will be our squawk code today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking. At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins and your small items are underneath the
Okay, that's on. Yaw dampers, go ahead and set those. Stabilizer trim. Mock trim is set. The rest reversers are coming on just in case we have to abort takeoff. And nose wheel steering, let's turn that on as well.
Please double check that all your items are put away so that
and let me verify that all the V speeds have been set.
If you're in an emergency
flight directors are coming on, and we are good to push back whenever they get done loading the passengers on.
Now's the time to get out any
Alright,
last
so while we're doing that, let's look and see what the altimeter is for San Francisco.
And welcome aboard.
Alright, so the altimeter right now is 3007. Throw that in. The scroll wheel, I really hate using the scroll wheel to do this because it likes to do the zoom as well. Alright, 3007. Alright, altimeter has been set. Yeah, we're just waiting for the passengers to get on, and then we will push back and taxi over to runway 1 right.
We're ready to go when you are.
Alright.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 1982 with service to Oregon. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour.
Doors are closed. Closed now. APUs are running, so I can disconnect the ground power cart. Remove the chalk. Beacons are going to come on now because we will begin starting engines momentarily. Do a sanity check, make sure everything's good. Hydraulic pumps are going to come on now because we were about to start engines. And let's get off the aircraft page because if you're on that page, it likes to reset the aircraft to turnaround state. Alright, so there should be a tug there. There is no tug there. That's weird. Okay, so there is a tug, but there isn't a tug. So we're gonna go ahead and release the parking brake and get the tug to push us back. Fire up the engines and start heading into Portland. Ah, dang it. What are you doing, tug? Stop, tug.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Okay, the tug just freaked out for a second.
And welcome aboard. I am Alice, and I will be your lead flight attendant for this flight. At this time, we would appreciate your attention while we review important safety information. In preparation for departure, be certain that your seat back is straight up and your tray table is stowed. Make sure that your carry-on items are placed completely under the seat in front of you. Portable telephones are not approved for use in flight. However, you may use certain other electronic devices when advised by your
Set the parking brake. Let's get the tug off. I don't know what was up with that. That thing just decided to freak out for a second. Parking brake is set.
all the lighted signs,
tug is being
placards, and
removed
crew
at this
member
time,
instructions.
even though you don't
To
see it.
fasten your seatbelt,
But
place
we
the
had a
metal
ghost
fitting into
tug
the
pushing
buckle
us today.
and adjust the strap so it fits low and tight around your hips. To release, lift the faceplate of the buckle.
Alright, so
Please
let's
review
go
the
ahead
safety
and talk to the
instructions
San
card in the
Francisco
seat pocket in
ground, let
front
them
of you.
know that
It explains the
we're getting
safety
ready to
features of
taxi.
this aircraft, as well as the location
San
and
Francisco ground,
operation
United
of exits
1982,
of
taxiing the
flotation
runway
devices.
1 right
Your
via
seat
Alpha
cushion
Alpha
serves
1,
as an
San
approved
Francisco ground.
flotation device. To remove it, pull up and take with you
Alright,
to the nearest
parking
usable
brake is
exit.
going to come off
After
now.
exiting the aircraft,
And let's
place your
commence
arms
our
through the straps
taxi.
and then
Pop up
hug the cushion
here.
to your chest.
Taxi lights
There are
on.
several exits
We got a good engine
located on
start.
this
AP can
aircraft.
come off now.
Please
And let's
take a
commence our
moment to
taxi.
locate the exit nearest you, keeping in mind that the closest usable exit may be located behind you. If there is a loss of this aircraft's electrical power, low-level emergency lights will illuminate. All exits are indicated by lighted exit signs.
Yeah, that was absolutely weird with the
If needed, oxygen
tug
masks will
acting
be
up like
released
that.
overhead. To start the flow of oxygen, reach up and pull the mask towards you, fully extending the plastic tubing. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and slip the elastic band over
So
your
I hope
head.
everybody's having a great Monday. Mine's going pretty good. I've had some restless nights for the past couple of nights. I would get into bed at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Do you have enough fuel? Oh yeah, I have enough fuel. Hey Mama, how you doing, buddy? We have enough fuel today. We had enough fuel last time. It just had an engine failure. Gonna need flaps 8 to get out of here. How was your weekend, my friend?
The vest can be manually inflated by blowing into one of the red tubes, and it is equipped with a water-activated locator light.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It is important that you do not inflate your life vest until
I
after
am
exiting
positive
the aircraft.
I have enough fuel.
As a reminder, smoking is not permitted
Mama's
in
like,
any unit
last time. So what happened? What he's referring
including
to?
the laboratory.
We were flying
Tampering with
into.
disabling or destroying a
Yeah.
laboratory
So
smoke detector is prohibited. On behalf of the
but
captain
we
and your
were
entire
flying
crew, it's
into
our pleasure
LA
to have
and we
you
had an
aboard.
engine
Enjoy your
failure
flight.
and we were low on fuel whenever we were flying into LA. So we thought that we ran out of fuel, but it was actually an engine failure that happened going into LA. Yeah, Black Diamond, I figured it out. So it's an issue with Aerosoft. Basically, the CDU, it likes to freak out whenever you put in a runway without an approach. And for the airport that we were going into, it didn't have an approach. It just had the runways. And that's what was causing it to freeze up. So we ended up hopping back on probably about 15-20 minutes after that. We tried it again before I figured out that that was the issue. We tried it again to see if we can possibly get into Medford, but it was still giving me that same issue. So we changed up flights. We flew from Los Angeles into Las Vegas. And once I got on the ground in Las Vegas, I went on and did some research to figure out what the issue was. And that's what people were reporting. So hopefully Aerosoft gets that fixed to where it doesn't freeze up like that. Do you have new engines? Usually engines stop running when they don't have fuel. Hello Disco Jaden, how you doing today? Alright, so we're going to taxi long taxiway Alpha here. We're going to go to Alpha Alpha 1. I'm doing good. What about you? I'm doing pretty well. Just woke up, and now we're going to do a flight into Portland with a continuation into Sacramento. Do you fly on any simulators, Jaden? Oh, you love the Blue Yeti? No, I have a Microsoft. Okay, alright. So how's your day, Black Diamond? Oh, you have a Mac. Oh, got you. Okay. I always wondered if flight simulators ran on Macs or whatnot. I guess not. I'm trying to wake up. Oh, what time is it there, Mamba? You take very good care of it. Okay, all right, cool, cool. Oh, they do. All right, 3:29 p.m. Oh, well, hey, I don't feel bad now because I got a pretty late start today too. Like I had a as I was mentioning, I had a restless night. Past couple of nights, it's like I would get into bed at like 10 or 11 o'clock, and then I would wake up like 3 in the morning. Well, I am watching you in another simmer, which I am in mod, and I had to ban an idiot starting mess. Oh yeah, what was he doing? Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You work nights. All right, sweet, sweet. All right, so we're going to continue our taxi over to um, one right. It should be a good takeoff out of here. Flight time into Portland is flight line. Flight time into Portland is an hour and 9 minutes. I think is what it was saying. All right, cool, cool. You love my chair? Sweet. Yeah, I've had it for a little bit. It's time to upgrade it. Are you working tonight, Mamba? All right, let's continue our taxi around. It is quiet today. I didn't expect that many people would be on flying. Nope, you're off, sweet. Yeah. So, I want a game chair so bad, but my mom won't let me get one because they're too expensive. Yeah, they're pretty pricey. I can't remember how much I spent for this one, but yeah, they're pretty pricey. Nope, I'm off. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I've been off from work for the past. I've been off from work since April 29th. I'm on terminal leave. I just recently retired from the military, so I'm on terminal leave. I'll be officially done 1 August, but I had all these days, like 90 days of leave on the books. So I'm just sitting here burning those days off, and then I will start school in September. So looking forward to that. Starting to get a little bit bored around the house, and my wife kind of notices it that I'm just kind of like bleh around the house. Till I'm so used to going places doing things. Oh, you bought Shaq's share? Sweet, sweet. My current share was $49, $50. Hey, you got to start somewhere, man. I've had those little gaming or little cheap shares as well. Hello, sir. Thank you for your service. Much appreciated. Hey, is that Ret341? How are you doing, sir? How was your Monday? I appreciate that. All right, so let's arm our takeoff. Takeoff flaps are good to go. And we're going to come around here to one right. All right, thank you. That's good, that's good. I used a chair that was super low, like it had no legs, and I was like, and it was a foldable chair. Okay, all right. I remember, here we go. On the right. When I was out on a trip and I was streaming or whatever, and the only chair I had was that they had for me to use was a wooden chair, and that took its toll on my backside. You know, sitting there trying to stream for 3, 4, 5 hours, whatever, and then sitting in that wooden chair. I'm like, oh my gosh. Uh, So, Red, I don't think I've ever asked you, what simulator do you fly on, or do you fly on a simulator? All right. So we're at the whole short line. Go ahead and pop on our runway entry lights and strobes coming on now. Let traffic know what we're doing. San Francisco traffic. United 1982, lining up runway 1 right. San Francisco traffic. Go ahead and get out here onto the runway. Well, I tried Microsoft 20. Okay, which one do you prefer? Which one do you prefer? Alright, I will catch up with the chats here in a second once we get up. Just hold here real quick. Make sure nobody's coming in on the 2-8s. Because I am not trying to cut anybody off. Alright, it's looking clear. San Francisco traffic, United 1982, rolling, run right. San Francisco traffic. For scenery, Hey, B-Dubs, appreciate that subscription. How you doing, my friend? Not that Disco Jaden, appreciate that follow. Getting some break, trying to get some. All right. Gears coming up, flaps coming up. I like looking at the side profile on departures.
Disco_Jaden2. Thanks for following.
Alright, gonna continue our climb. At this time, nav's coming on, speed's coming on, autopilot's coming on. Aircraft's gonna continue on the truck in 2. At the climb. And it's gonna be climbing at 250 knots. 250 knots, 280 something. So how's your day going, Dubs? I will tell you that trying to look at these, there we go. Trying to look at that speed gauge, kind of tough to see on this aircraft. All right. San Francisco traffic, United 1982, passing 5,000 on the trucking 2. San Francisco traffic. I have to hate love. You have a hate love relationship for your iMac. So you working today, B-Dubs, or are you off? Not that I am an expert on planes or anything. I'm not an expert at all, and I've been playing flight simulators since 1995, no, 96, when I was a freshman in high school. And I'm not an expert by any means. Like, I just started getting into learning how to fly routes and everything back in 2008, 2009. And I still have my issues sometimes. Reinstall P2B version 5.2 to my M.2 for fast performance. Back on work. Okay, all right. How's it running? Is it running better? And can I get an audio check? How's the audio sounding for everybody? Because still installing sceneries. Oh yeah, that's always.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet.
That's, you always gotta enjoy that when it comes to upgrading your sims or whatever.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is
out of feet.
onboard
Go ahead
Wi-Fi.
and bump
You will
this
be
up
required
to
pay a small fee
290.
if you wish to access it. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access
So
a
I
wide
found
range of
another
free live TV and
great
pay-per-view
audio. All right,
libraries.
sweet. Good here. All right, cool. Because it would lose the internet every 3 to 4 hours and it would have to restart, and now it's stopped for a bit, but it's like every 8 hours it does that. Oh, it's probably time to upgrade it. But yeah, so I agree with you, Red. 2020, the sceneries is just amazing. I don't think I'll be adding any like sceneries. Like, I've added a couple of airports because I picked up I think that it's 2014 model. Okay, all right. The only thing I've added to this simulator is a couple of regional airports because I picked up the CRJ and I love, flying into the regional airports now. So that's the only thing I really added here. And then a couple of aircraft. It's old, but it's all I have. Okay, well, you got to make do with what you have. You have to make do with what you have. I've had, my last computer was 11 years old. So we're continuing our climb up to 36,000 feet. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and tune in our landing altitude and our nav radio. So you're going to be streaming later, B-dubs? I've only added freeware sceneries to Microsoft. Yeah, same here. I guess you like the CRJ. I love the CRJ. Gonna try. All right. What are you gonna fly or are you gonna control tonight? All right. So our nav, we are going to be shooting for runway 10 left based on the winds. So 111.3 is the frequency. Yeah, I love the CRJ. It took some work to learn how to fly it. Like I got in here and I saw all the knobs and switches and everything, and I was like, wow, this is going to be intimidating. 101.3. There we go. All right, so we're all set up. The aircraft is climbing up. We've already passed transition altitude. Change that over to standard, and the aircraft is still doing its thing. I'm going to save up for a PC with Christmas money because I get $100 every Christmas. All right, cool. Yeah, I just recently picked up this computer because my previous one was definitely showing its age. Like it wouldn't even run this simulator on it at all. So B-dubs, when you get a second, I got a question for you. Because I'm trying to figure something out when it comes to selecting runways. So I got to save up for 4 or 5 years. Oh boy. Well, save up and get something. So, alright. So when you have, if the winds is close, like let's say right now the winds are 01, coming from heading 001 at 5 knots. The runway that we're going to is, or the airport that we're going to has runways 27 and then runway 10. So how do you determine which one to land on if the wind direction is so close to both? It would be 27. No, 001. Yeah, the winds are coming from 001. Okay, still 27. All right, well, let me see if I can switch that up. Hopefully it doesn't mess anything up in here. Let's see. Rival. And that's what I thought. I thought it would have been 27, or not 27. I'm sorry, 28. So it will catch that Maver. All right. Hopefully this doesn't mess anything up. All right, looking good. It's closer to the wind direction. Okay, cool. Yeah, I always get confused whenever it's that close. I'm like, okay, so how do you know which one to do? I just going through, make sure we don't have any discontinuities, and we're gonna break off at Maver to connect to the to 27. And we're about 5,000 feet from our cruising altitude. Is there P-51 in this place? They haven't made one yet for 2020. Other simulators have P-51s, but they haven't made one yet for this simulator. This simulator is fairly new. It just came out last year. And they're slowly coming out with aircraft for it. So as I mentioned, we're going to fly into Portland today and then continue over to Sacramento. The flight time into Sacramento, I want to say, is an hour and 7 minutes from Portland, if I remember correctly. All right, change our range knob here. You want to know something I really need for my gaming setup? What's that? And are there any other games that you play? A bigger desk? Oh, yeah. My desk is a pretty decent size. I actually, for the longest, my simulator was downstairs in my garage. My setup was downstairs in my garage because I didn't have any real estate in my house to where I could actually put it. And my youngest stepdaughter just went off to the Air Force. Yours like 18 by 5? Okay, all right. My youngest daughter just went off to the Air Force. And I told her before she left, I was like, hey, when you leave, I'm taking your room. So I converted her room into my office. I took the closet, emptied it out, took the doors off, and I have my desk in the closet. So I find it pretty nice. It's pretty spacious. All right, so we're reaching our cruising altitude of 36,000 feet. Gonna go ahead and set it to manage. And the aircraft is just gonna cruise. Turn on turbulence prevention so we can get rid of some of the turbulence that we got going on here. And I know it's probably going to be pretty bumpy around
FEW flight simulation to sometimes you scare me. Stop posting links warning.
Uh-oh. B-dubs. Night bite. Could say something, but I will be good. What were you going to say? What were you going to say, Mamba? Hold up, B-dubs. I don't know why it blocked you. Hold on. Let me see if I can, actually. Never mind. I permit for some reason. Last time I did this, I permitted somebody to post a link. And even though I permitted them, allowed them to post a link, Nightbot still timed them out. So I don't want it to time you out. I'm 100% sure it's 18 by 5. Sweet. You're in the closet? No, I'm not in the closet.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight meal service.
Oh, man.
Back for our menu, and one of our crew members will stop by shortly for your order.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming, Mamba.
Call button at any time, and we'll be over shortly to assist.
What were you trying to post, B-Dub? Is your mic on an arm? Yep, it's on an arm. It's on an arm. And this mic, it took a little bit. Check your whisper. Okay. It took a little bit to get it to work like it was supposed to. I thought it was just a plug and play. But you actually got to go in and like set the EQs and things like that. And initially, sweet. All right, appreciate it, B Dubs. I will use that. I will use that for now on. Thank you so much, my friend. Never mind about the mic. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get it set up sometimes. My wife bought it for me for Christmas, and I thought it was just easy plug and play, but yeah, I had to go in and adjust EQs and things like that. Did the arm come separate? Nope, arm came with the mic. I want to say the mic was about 150. Yeah, back to 100%, but still have some pain in my chest and memory loss. Well, hope that all clears up for you, B-dubs. Like I was frequent, like constantly checking your channel a couple of months ago, and I was like, where's B-dubs at? I haven't seen him in like over a week, over 2 weeks. And then I checked your Twitter and I saw what was going on. I was like, oh man. Speed recovery. So glad you're back at 100. Yeah, man. Totally glad you're back at 100. I asked my mom if I could get an arm that came with some light for like $30. Oh, she said no. You could probably improvise. You might even be able to build something. Talking to the doctor tomorrow about my memory loss is causing issues at work. Oh, is it? Well, yeah, I hope they can give you something for that, my friend. Alright, so let's see. 36,000 feet. 339, 108. So at 108 nautical miles, we should begin our top of descent. Let's pop down here to the fix. KP. What? No. KP.
At disco_Jaden2 to sometimes you scare me. Stop spamming emotes warning.
Let's see. What did I say? 108? 36. Yeah, 108. 108 nautical miles. Yeah, Nightbot, I'm telling you, Nightbot be on it. I forgot who it was. I think it's not a link. Yeah, it was an emote. It was just an emote. Yeah, Nightbot, for some reason, she be on it when it comes to emotes and links and things like that. Yesterday, was it Iberworld? I forgot who it was. One of my viewers that posted a link, and it was like, "You are the weakest link. Goodbye." And I was like, "Jesus, Nightbot, you're rude." Nightbot's an a-hole. He shows no mercy. No, he gives 0 Fs. 0 Fs. Shoot. Your Nightbot is a hot man. Shoot, it even, Black Time, you remember yesterday, it even like timed out the music bot. It timed out Pretzel Rock. I had to go in and make Pretzel Rock a mod to prevent that. Oh, I now see it wasn't a mode. I'm still trying to wake up. Wake up, mama! What time did you get off work last night? Bro, she is Scorpio. Mad. Really mad. Or Scorpio's mad? Oh man, 4:15 a.m. Dang. You know, I was still awake. Because I laid down last night at like 10 o'clock and You ever lay down and it felt like you slept forever, and come to find out you only slept for like an hour? That's what happened to me last night. I woke up, I felt rested. I was like, oh. I looked at the clock. I was like, it's only 11, and I was up for the rest of the night. But 10 hours and hot. Ooh, that's no bueno. That's no bueno, my friend. What time are you, if you stream tonight, B-Dubs, what time are you going to stream? Your job is to live. I did that when I got sick from the vaccine. I thought I slept for 10 hours. It was only 20 minutes. Wow. Later this afternoon? Okay, all right. Well, I will definitely be popping in. I'm not the legal age to work. Got you. I'll tell you one thing, man. I tell my daughter this all the time, because my daughter, she's a night owl. And she loves to try to stay up all night. And I tell her, I'm like, you know what? You better take advantage of sleep while you can, because once you get older and you get a job and everything, you're going to be wishing that you had time to just sleep whenever you wanted. But I guess she gets being a night owl from me, because when I was younger, I used to love doing that. I used to love staying up very late. Alright, so let's look over here at the approaches, and we are going to be doing 2-8 left, and we'll catch that at Maver. So once I hit Maver, I'm going to break off and then fly the rest of the route in. And we need to be down to... Alright, cool. Arbor Road, hey buddy, how you doing, my friend? Cut some grass in the neighborhood, good way to make some... Yep. Hey, I did it. I did it when I was a young lad. I would grab my dad's lawnmower and walk up to the block to my neighbor's house, who was an elderly lady. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I cut your grass? She would throw me a couple of bucks for cutting her grass. No, I got football conditioning. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. What position do you play in football? Yeah, Monday streams. So my flight sim streams are now Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. And sometimes if I'm feeling froggy, I throw a stream in throughout the middle of the week. But this week, Wednesday, I'm going to be leaving to go on vacation for a couple of days to Tahoe. So I'll be back Saturday or late Friday. So I'll be here back in time for the Saturday stream. Hey, Black Diamond. I'll play backer and cornerbacker. Sweet. Disappearing in my neighborhood. Everyone's putting in. Grass is disappearing in my neighborhood. Everybody's putting in rocks. That's how it is around here in Cali too. Everybody's just doing the rock thing. I can't really do it. Was the engine invented on a lawnmower when you were a young lad? Yes, it was. Come on, man. I mean, we had the manual ones too. They still have them out there. But yes, there was an engine on the lawnmower. I'm not that old. Come on. So you just chillaxing today, Black Diamond? Do any plans on doing any flying? Don't you love it when I come in the stream? I do, Mom. But you always bring the comic relief to the stream. I keep watching back the one highlight that's on my channel from when Hey, appreciate the subscription there, Mamba. Really appreciate it. Chilling, no flight schedule. Miss Donna has a flight she's doing. Okay, where's she flying to? Hey, if you want to know my position on playing football, you gotta look at my last comment. Yeah, I saw it. You said back. Ooh, got some turbulence. You said that you play. What was it? Backer and cornerback. I might have responded to it too quick. She has taken over my shit. Hey, you're probably gonna have to buy a new computer. Buy a new computer and y'all just fly on different computers. Linebacker and cornerbacker. Okay, alright. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I haven't really played any sports when I was young. Like I tried out for baseball, but I didn't get picked up for that, and then I was mainly in ROTC. Red A, appreciate that subscription and appreciate the gifted subs. Mamba, wow, appreciate it. Donna, thanks for the subscription. Oh, I got the hype train going. Mo got a gifted sub. Take the ER out of the cornerbacker. Sam Streck, what's up, buddy? Got the gifted subs come raining in here. How's your day going, Sav? Are you woke up just in time? Well, you woke up I think we took off probably about 10-15 minutes ago. Oh, no, we took off about 20-30 minutes ago. But we got another leg after this one. We're going to be heading into Sacramento after this one. You need more sub emotes. Yeah, I gotta change those. Yeah, I gotta add some more in there. You got here in time for him to run out. I'm not gonna run out of gas. Why are you sitting here yanking my chain, Mamba? Oh my god, I got the founder badge. Yeah, you got the founder badge. Yeah, you got it. Sav has it. I think y'all are the only two that have it, if I remember correctly. So yesterday, we can continue the topic that we were starting yesterday. So yesterday, we were going to be talking about the 80s. And I know not everybody here are united by Russia with the nukes. So I know not everybody in here in the chat is old enough to remember the 80s, but I absolutely loved You Have No Emotes for Tier 1. I thought I did. Hold on. I thought I did have emotes for Tier 1. Let me go look. Yeah, I have one in there. I have one emote for tier 1. It only lets you put one emote per tier, right? And don't make Nightbot mad or she'll go Scorpio. Oh yeah, she'll definitely go Scorpio. She'll go vengeful woman on you. Be right back. Alright, cool. So yeah, we were talking about the 80s and it's not showing up for me. Weird. It showed up for Sam. Like, yeah, it should be there. That's weird. But there you go. See, you got
Add
it.
Mombigator simulations to I could do this all day. Stop spamming emotes warning.
Nightbot, dang on it. Stop being so mean. Jeez. Mama's gonna give you the finger. So yeah, I absolutely love the 80s. Growing up in that era. F-in Nightbot. F you, Nightbot. And growing up in that era, and you know, the different TV shows and things like that. And I will fight Nightbot. And the one thing I do miss about growing up in the 80s is like, I was able, as a kid, I was able to just go out and, you know, get on my bike, ride around the neighborhood, hang out with the friends or whatever, and come back safely or whatnot. Now it's like you can't even really do that. I found out Nightbot is out for blood for the third day in a row. I know, she's been on it. Y'all, I'll say it again. Don't mess with Nightbot. She'll go Scorpio. Yep. She'll go ham on you. Mama's like, I'm not scared of Nightbot. Mama's like, I'll freak Nightbot up. So did you get your computer hooked back up, Mambo, or are you still trying to get situated? I'll be sad that Nightbot she'd be knocked out. I have been Nightbot on multiple occasions. She hates me. Oh, that's probably why she's out for blood for you. Like, oh, you want to ban somebody? Okay, I got you. My computer's hooked up, just need a better internet. Got you, okay. I think the music was the best. Yes, I love the music from the 80s. Like, I still, it's funny because I'll listen to it now, and then when I play it in my car, my daughter will, like, start picking it up, and then she's running around the house like, hey, Dad, can you play that one song that goes da-da-da-da? And I'm like, it caused me to grin from ear to ear because I'm like, oh, you like my music. She ain't finna touch me. She don't want to catch these hands. Tell Nightbot to catch you outside. 80s Metallica is the best. Too legit to quit. Too legit. Too legit. Too legit to quit. Yeah, 80s music is the best. Yes, it is. And it's like, it has substance. It had meaning. Like, some of the songs, you know, told stories and things like that. And nowadays, like, I don't really listen to hip-hop. I'm very eclectic when it comes to music. Yes, it will make an animal sick. Like, this, I'm very eclectic when it comes to music. And hip-hop nowadays, I don't really listen to it. If it has a good beat, I might like listen to the instrumental or something like that, but I won't listen to the words because they don't have any meaning. They all like talk about one thing, or they just make sounds that make no sense, like and people are making millions off of it. I have to like the music and sound. Yeah 70s and 80s was so great. So my dad, Run DMC, is what it was for rap. Walk this way, talk this way, with Aerosmith. Yep. So my dad, he was in the Vietnam War, and every time we used to go on road trips, he would like come out with the Vietnam era music, and you know, it gave me a great appreciation for music of that era. So like Rolling Stone, Creedence Clearwater, Otis Redding, all Temptations, all those songs from back then. I still listen to them now. It's just amazing. I'm going to go now, so peace and good luck with the stream, and Nightbot, fight me. All right, Disco Jane, appreciate the follow, and you have a good one, my friend. Yeah, dude, make the song about cheese and dip. Oh, make a song about nachos. Got the Nacho Bella Grande. Yeah, my dad also. That's how I was exposed to the Doors. Yeah, that was some great music back then. I miss it. Like I was talking to my dad on the phone the other day, and he was still listening to some of that old stuff. All right, here in a bit, we're going to begin our descent down. So we need to see. My wife tuned me into 70s rocks. So good. All right, cool. I'm going to make a song about Taco Bell. I will beat out him. Yo, this Taco Bell song is fire. What does Sam say? I missed it. Hold on. My dad wants me out the door. Oh man. Alright, so we are going to be doing our descent. So let's go ahead and tell the aircraft to descend. Let's see what the approach is for the tuber. Our tumber's arrival. Alright, it's going to be descending down to 5,000. So they'll tell the aircraft to go down to that. Once it reaches the descent point. So I tell you, Black Diamond, so far today's stream is going a whole lot better than yesterday's. Because I was just so ticked that it didn't want to cooperate with us yesterday. Woo! Got a lot of turbulence around here. My wife says, right, laugh out loud, enjoy red, ha ha ha. So yeah, the music, the TV, even the TV shows from back then are amazing. Like I was sitting a couple of months ago, I sat and did a marathon on Sanford and Son. And back when I was a kid, it's like I didn't really watch that show. It would come on ever so often. I might watch it with my dad, but majority of the time I was like, nah, I'm not watching any Sanford and Son. But for some reason, one day I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and binge watch Sanford and Son. I was mad at my mom. The other summer is dough and had a lot of idiots show up, but we got them. Okay, so what were they doing? What were the people doing in the other summer stream? I know yesterday we had somebody pop in the stream. Initially, we had to watch him because initially I thought that he was going to try to do the same thing that somebody tried to do to me earlier in the week, trying to get me to crash the aircraft. But he seemed like a alright person, trying to use only cuss words when they would talk, stuff like that. Oh man. I just don't get it. I don't understand why people would go to somebody's stream and just try to disrupt everything. Sit there, enjoy the stream. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Name calling. Got it. I make trolls cry. Sometimes they can get under my skin. They'll really get under my skin. Black Diamond has seen it where I've had trolls come in here and I'm, vibrant and jovial for a majority of the stream, and then all of a sudden a troll will come in here and start saying some outlandish stuff, and then I'll just somewhat not shut down, but I would get somewhat quiet. All right, what's going on here? All right, we should be at Aaron. So let's go to the next page. Similar to you when I just first followed. Oh, how people were coming, how those trolls were coming here saying random stuff. Yeah, I don't deal with it. Hey, B-Dubs, are you still here? I wonder if B-Dubs ever had to deal with that, with trolls coming in. I had this troll and his friend make a Discord channel about me and put nasty memes about me. They're no longer around. Wow, they went that far, really? I was actually contemplating. There's an option in Twitch where you can, where it makes new chatters have to verify their email account before they can chat. And I was entertaining possibly doing that, but I was like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Alright, the aircraft is getting back on en route. See, why would someone do that? I don't know. That's a whole different level where you got to go out your way to create a whole Discord channel about somebody just to like badmouth them. You have two options as a streamer: mess with them and ban them, or have zero tolerance and ban them. I don't mess with them. I just ban. If you come in here with the foolishness, you're getting the ban. Ban hammer's coming down. But sometimes I'm not quick enough to catch on to it. Like the guy last week who popped in here and was trying to get me to crash the aircraft. I thought initially that he was trying to instruct me on how to fly this aircraft, because I've had IRL pilots pop in the past. And they would say, hey, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so we were on descent in the LA, and he was like, okay, cut your throttle. Okay, pitch down. Okay, let go of the yoke. All right, full throttle. And then it's like, I didn't catch on to it at the time, but after I watched the stream back, I was like, this guy was trying to get me to crash. I haven't got banned. You're not going to get banned, Mamba. But some people want to see how far they can go, and when they find out they can't, they turn out the perfect viewer. Like, oh, let's see if I can push his buttons. Okay, well, I can't. Okay, well, hey, how you doing? All right, get back on route. Why are you dancing? All right, still on now. Just dancing around this route for some strange reason. Right now. I'm Gator, I got my eyes on you. You're on the watch list. I've been first asked question. Yep. It was funny yesterday because the individual who was kind of questionable, you know how I have Nightbot has my various things that pop up. It's like, you know, links to my YouTube channel and, you know, my disclaimers and things like that. And he he was asking us or saying that stupid stuff, and then shortly after he said that, Nightbot was like, put out my trolling disclaimer. Alright, gonna go ahead and start our descent down to Portland. Nightbot put out my trolling disclaimer, and he instantly came back. Hey, do you think I'm trolling? I'm like, I don't know, man. Your conversations is sounding kind of sus. Some of the things you're saying. I've had that. He was a major troll, and he has not only been a good viewer, he was helping me. He helped me when I got stranded in Montana. Oh, okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. There's a follower that I have who, awesome guy. But we were just talking one day during the stream, and he was like, yeah, when I initially came to your channel, I came to troll. I was like, well, dang, man. Alright. So not 100% why this aircraft is flying like weird on this route. But we should get down into Portland with no problem. You know what? Let's fix it. Oh, I think he's been in this channel. Oh yeah? Who was it? Do you remember the name by chance? Jimmy was crazy. He is so crazy. I don't think I don't remember him being in this channel. Oh, the guy from yesterday here, it was Yellow. Yellow something. Alright, cool. Now it's not dancing on the course anymore. Speed this up a little. 5,000 is what we told it to go to, and they will take it down to 2,000 here in a bit. So Sav, I know you're going to be doing hockey a little bit later, right? Hey Black Diamond, wispy clouds again. I must have missed you yesterday. I probably checked too early. We started at 2 o'clock. Yeah, so I pasted my link in a Twitch Facebook page, and someone hit me up and was like, oh, I see you don't have a banner. I can't help you with that. So I whooped him with verbal judo, and he ended up following and subbing me. Wow. You cursed somebody out and you put somebody in their place, and they were like, oh, okay, well, hey, I'm gonna follow. All right, so let's see what the altimeter is for Portland. Let's see, this is let's go look at Portland. The altimeter for Portland is 3004, so I'll put that in once we get closer. Yeah, I'm still out west. Yeah, it's in a solo thing. They need to fix it. They really do. They really do. Like it was driving me nuts the other day when we were flying over Atlanta. 3004. As soon as we got over Atlanta and we had wispy clouds, I was like, what the freak is going on? Like my FPS just dropped like maybe 20. And I'm like, what's going on? And so I had to do research, and that's what it was saying was going on.
Yeah, the quality's pretty good. It's a 1080p camera.
Yeah, that's why I'm East Coast time. Okay, all right. I should have specified that whenever I said what time I was going to be on. So once we get this thing on the ground, we'll set up for our flight into Sacramento. Should be a fairly quick turnaround. So assembly vaccine. Let me just go ahead and look for that. That flight plan. KPDX. KSMF. And we're going to shoot for the 1.7s. We're going to depart off of the 2. Let's shoot for 1.7s. And we're going to depart the Harmon's base over there, that one. And aircraft is CRJ 550. All right, cool. So I just wanted to have the flight plan ready for whenever we. All right, so we need to be at 250 knots. Tell the aircraft to slow down. Slow down. Sav, there's your song, buddy. Alright, this time landing lights are coming on. I was literally gonna type that. Alright, so let's look here at the routing. So we are going to be catching Maver after Vance. So let's come here, grab Maver. And everything else is programmed in. We have the frequencies tuned in for our landing. 111.3. Let me verify, make sure that that is the right one. Left. Eight left is 110.5. Good thing I checked. 110.5. And 283 is going to be the course. Alright, cool. Always good to double check your approaches. Alright, we're about to hit 5,000 feet. Here in a bit, we'll, this is my jam. Here in a bit, we'll put in our approach altitudes. I know that they were forecasting rain in the area. I'm not exactly sure where's that because I don't see any.
We have begun our final descent into Oregon. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat.
Yeah, I'm doing another leg. We're doing Sacramento after we get on the ground in Oregon. Nice 306. So let me update that. All right, 306 for the decision height, so we are looking good. Over here at 5,000 for a bit. Oh, I hope they add weather radar and soon. They don't have weather radar here in the CRJ? I thought they did. Huh. The knob lied to me. Because I saw the knob earlier and I was like, oh, they got weather radar. Not functioning. Okay. It lied to me. Deception. The Deception, Black Diamond. How dare it get a refund? No, no, no. I'll tell you which one I want to get a refund on. The daggone Captain Sim. The Captain Sim 777. I want to get a refund on that thing. Alright, let's look at this. We'll hold this, then we're going to drop down to 3,700. Captain Scam. I saw somebody had painted a livery and it actually said Captain Scam on it. I'm thinking to myself, that's what you get. Like, the simming community is ruthless. You can't put out a product out there, charge money, and expect not to get some backlash if it's not what everybody's expecting. All right, once we hit Maver, we'll drop it down to 4,000. For real, yeah. Like, that's why I couldn't be like make products for people to use and things like that and charge them, because I'm very critical when I make things. Even when I do like video stuff, I'm very particular when I do things. And you know, if it's not to my expectation, then I won't put it out there for other people. Hope they don't ever make another play. I hope they don't either. Like, they seriously need to like go and redeem themselves by pushing a update to it. Kind of like how Airsoft does. They push this out and then ever so often they're doing updates to it. And Captain Sim, he didn't even make any effort to like try to right the wrong. Seriously, I get your balls handed to you for sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely get your balls handed to you. And what made me laugh was the fact that they tried to put out the cease and desist on Flight Sim TO distributing liveries made by other people. I couldn't believe that. All right, let's take it down to 4,000. Alright, so we're setting up for our perch into Portland. Should be on the ground here momentarily. So far, this has been a really good flight today. Really good stream. Got some great friends in here hanging out. Donna said to tell you that it's her sim now. She's like, it's mine. My sim now. You know what? She's going to get super hooked and she's going to want you to buy upgrades for it, Black Diamond. I still get explained for now. Loving the A300. Oh, sweet, sweet. I actually contemplated reinstalling P3D on my system. The other night I went to go and install it, and then I was like, I saw that they had 5.2 out. So I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to reinstall it then if they got 5.2. Or do they have any updates coming out for X-Plane in the near future? Yeah, I've seen B-Dub streaming 5.2 and it looks really good. Like they have street lighting and stuff now. It's just not the static nighttime light color that they had in previous simulators. All right, let's go ahead and kill it to go down to 3,700. Or I'll just keep, yeah, so go down there. Yeah, they are redoing the lights. Cool. Cause when I was running P3D, I had downloaded, all right, Seth, I had downloaded, Black Marble lights and then Orbix. I forgot what it was called, but it was made by Orbix. And I enjoyed it. All right. 3,700. I tell you, Black Diamond, you're absolutely right. This aircraft is fun to fly. Like having to like be on top of things. Get that speed back up there to 240. And we should be grabbing a localizer here momentarily. Go ahead and take her down to, what's that thing? Yeah, it's a pure pilot's plane. Love it. Yeah, like you have to be on top of it with stuff. And I think that's what messed me up before. I was like, oh, I can just get in here and fly this, no problem. Nah, buddy. All right. Get her down to 2,000. Momentarily. Yeah, it's a, but you know, when I don't fly it, if I'm like constantly flying the A320 and then pop back into the CRJ, I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I work this again? All right, we're gonna be turning on final here in a second. And once we get on the ground in Portland, once we get on the ground in Portland, we'll be on the ground for a couple of minutes. And then I'll get everything programmed in and set up for our flight into... get everything set up for Sacramento. Alright, so this is 10... There's the aircraft right there. Get our speed down. Flaps are going to go flaps 20 here in a second. Alright, So we should be reestablishing on the localizer. Portland traffic, United 1982, 10-mile final, runway 28 left. Portland traffic. Alright, wait for the aircraft to correct on the localizer. Once we capture the glide slope, I will bring down the landing gear. Picture Flintstone have made the other Sims step up their game, which is good. Yeah, everybody wins. Like everybody else is like, oh, I can't be left behind. Can't have Microsoft just blowing us out the water. All right, landing gear is going to be coming down now. Going to be capturing the glide slope here momentarily. Let's change the format over to approach. Glide slope has been captured. Set our V speed.
Portland traffic, Alaska 771, short final runway 28 left.
I hope he turns off real quick because I'm on his butt. We'll set this up. CRJ has such a eye-pleasing flight. Yeah, it does. It does. Like, it's not too busy. Go ahead and get our last notch of flaps in. It's not too busy. It's manageable. Not too intimidating, per se. Alright, so I see the Pappy. We're looking good. On the VREF. Portland traffic, 1982 short final runway 28 left.
And Portland traffic, Alaska 7710, runway 28 left. Next. Tango. Portland.
Thank you, thank you. Alright. All pilots coming off, approach coming off. I'm going to take it the rest of the way.
Minimum 40, 30, 20.
Get down.
10.
And when you take it the rest of the way, it's hard to approach. Okay, alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and vacate right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oregon. The local time is 1:39 p.m. and it's currently about 64 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your
Hey,
mobile
good man. I
devices
hope you're doing well. Hey, Mo, how you
until
doing?
the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned
All right,
off.
so
Remember
let's
to
go
use
ahead and
caution
bring
when
up
opening the
our
overhead bins,
flaps.
as items may have shifted during the flight.
Portland traffic,
This is your
United
final
1982 is
destination.
vacated runway
Thank you
28
for
left.
flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary.
All right, go ahead and bring up. Just got in from work. I'm good. It's blazing outside. Oh yeah, what's the temperature? All right, continue our taxi to the gate. And let's turn on start our APU so we have that once we get to the gate. Oh, 91. I don't even know what the temperature is outside for me because I haven't even been outside yet. APU is spooling up now so that we have that once we get to the gate. And we don't need our landing lights anymore. Or a strobe. 95, ooh. I was gonna run a couple errands, but I'm like, nope, go home. Hey, I do the same thing. I do the exact same thing. It's like, if it's hot outside, come on, AI. Jimmy was crazy. Appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to United Airlines Flight 1982. Alright, so we're at the gate. Let's pull in a little bit. Hello, Jimmy. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and shut down the engines. How's your day going, Jimmy? Beacon's coming off now. Flow transfer, that's coming off. Probe heats are coming off as well. Windshield heat coming off. Emergency lights and everything can stay on because we're going to do a turnaround. And let's go ahead and open up the doors. What program we use the flight attendants? It's PAX. P-A-C-X, I think is what it's called. My day is wonderful as always. I woke up. Yeah, hey, you wake up. That's always a great day. That's always a great day when you wake up. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick commercial break while I get the flight plan and everything set up for Sacramento, and I will be right back. So sit back and relax, and I will be right back. All right, everybody. So we're back here in the jet. We're gonna get everything going straight away. So let's pop down. Whoop, 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 whoop. Stop moving. Let's pop down here and start programming in our flight. If I worked on airplanes, I would exchange the oxygen for nitrous oxide. Laughing gas? Position. So let's let the aircraft know where we're at. We're at here at KPDX. And we are going to be heading into hold on. Let me go back. Go back. KPDX, go to the next page, get our GPS, and throw it in here so the aircraft knows where it's at. Go over to our flight plan, and we're going KPDX to KSMF. And I need to change that on here. I was in such a rush to do stuff that I didn't change everything that I needed to change. KPDX to KSMF. And for the flight plan, there, yeah, Sacramento. Our flight time into SNF is an hour and 20 minutes. Okay. Save that. Okay. Save and go ahead and start a new flight. KPDX. So I'm having I'm updating everything in the PAX system. 1982. Our cruising altitude today is going to be 37,000 feet, and our flight time is 1 hour and 27 minutes. And we're doing the CRJ. Okay, so all that stuff is updated. Searching for laughing gas. Alright, so Portland to Sacramento, KSL. And let's do our arrivals and departures. We're going to be departing via the Harmon 5 departure, and we're going to be departing off of runway 28 left. Execute that, and let's go back here because we have to put in our jetway. Let's go back to flight plan, next page, and it's Harmon 5, and then after Harmon 5 we got the J189. J189. And the passengers are starting to get on the aircraft now. So J189 will take that to LMT. And then for our arrival into Sacramento, we're going to be arriving via the two-door 2 arrival. And with a LMT transition, we're going to shoot for ILS 17 left. And we will catch it at, I believe it was Tanko. And LMT transition, execute. Look at our legs, make sure we don't have any discontinuities. We have one right there. So I'll just throw this up here. Fix that. And now let's do our perf. Cruising altitude is going to be flight level 370. And let's pop over here to the EFB, do our weight and balance. So our zero fuel weight today is going to be 54,088. 54088. Enter that. Our fuel, block fuel that we're going to have is 9,214. 9,204. Enter. Set all the payloads. Send that out to the FMS. Set all of our V speeds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight
Make sure that
attendant
was
speaking.
took.
At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins and your small items are underneath the seat in front of you.
Just
If
wanted to
you
make
have
sure
any
that all
trouble
those
or
took,
need any
so we're
assistance,
good there.
please don't hesitate to let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to help
And
you.
let's
If
put
the overhead bin is
this
full
back
after you put your carry-on inside of it,
onto.
please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the
There's the
aisle and
format.
sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the
So
seat back in
altimeter
front
out
of
of
you.
Portland.
Please
Let's
make sure
go
you
and
are
check
willing
and
and
see
able
what
to
that
perform the
is.
actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let
Jimmy
a flight
likes to
attendant
sleep
know so you
in
can be
overhead bin. I punch it in there. I missed a lot of stuff in the chat. I'm gonna have to go back and look at some stuff here in a second. All right, so let's see. The altimeter out of Portland is 3003. Let's change that up, and we can move our yoke out of the way. And see, altimeter 3003 right there. And let's throw in our cruising altitude of 37,000.
We're ready to go when you are.
And hopefully this aircraft doesn't mess up on me. There was one time before where I tried to do a back-to-back flight, and whenever we took off, the aircraft wanted to rock it up. The nose just wanted to rock it up on me, and I couldn't figure out what was causing that. So hopefully this time we don't have that issue. Okay, speed is set. Pop over here. All that set aircraft page. Let's go ahead and close the door. We can disconnect the power card because we are on APU and remove the chalk. Beacons are going to come on at this time because we are going to call for the tug to come and push us back. And the tug doesn't seem to be working today for some strange reason. Oh, there he is.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 1982 with
Okay,
service
pro
to
beats are coming
California.
on.
Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 27 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew secure doors for departure.
Wow, the tug is doing some funny stuff today. Let's see if he eventually hooks up to the aircraft. Alright, so we're looking good. Let's go ahead and push back from the gate. Before we push back though, let's get off this aircraft page because that likes to cause the sim to mess up. So off the aircraft page, move the parking brake, and get the tug to push us back. Yeah, the tug's doing something stupid. Go ahead and start up the engines.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screens for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen.
Portland traffic,
aboard.
1982, pushing from the gate, taxi
flight
runway
attendant
28
for this
left.
flight.
Portland traffic.
At this time, we would appreciate your attention while we review important safety information. In preparation for departure, be certain that your seat back is straight up and your tray table is stowed. Make sure that your carry-on items are placed completely under the seat in front of you. Portable telephones are not approved for use in flight. However, you may use certain other electronic devices when advised by your crew.
Go ahead and stop pushback, parking brake.
Please direct your attention
Coming
to
in,
the flight attendants in the
and
cabin.
we can go ahead
For
and remove the
everyone's
tug.
safety, regulations require your compliance with all the lighted signs, placards, and crew member instructions. To
Is this a
fasten your
mod?
seatbelt, place the
Is
metal
what a
fitting
mod?
into the buckle
Brew.
and adjust the strap so it fits low and tight around your hips.
Mama, stop
To
starting
release,
all
lift
that.
the faceplate of
Staring at the
buckle.
attendant that way.
Please review the safety
Mama's looking at the
instructions card
attendant.
in the seat pocket in front of you. It explains the safety features of this aircraft as well as the location and operation of the
Alright, so we're
entrance
going to
and
need flaps
flotation
8
devices.
to get out
Your
of
seat
here.
cushion serves as
So we
an
go ahead and
approved
commence our
flotation
taxi.
device. To remove it, pull up and take with you to the nearest usable exit.
Flaps 8
After
coming in at
exiting
this
the
time.
aircraft, place your arms through the straps and and then hug the cushion to your chest. There are several exits located on this aircraft. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest you, keeping in mind that the closest usable exit may be located behind
Yeah, I'm
you.
on Flight Sim 2020.
If there is a loss of this aircraft's electrical power, low-level emergency lights will illuminate. All exits are
Oh
indicated by
no,
item
she's
exit
breathing the
signs.
nitrogen. Oh boy, she's gonna be laughing, huh?
If needed, oxygen masks will be released overhead.
There's some nasty
To
looking
start the
clouds
flow
out
of
there.
oxygen, reach up and pull the mask towards you, fully extending the plastic tubing. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and slip the elastic band over your
Last
head.
mentioned the flight time
To tighten
into
the fit, pull the
Sacramento
tab on
is
each
an
side of the
hour
mask. The plastic
and
bag
20
does not
minutes.
need to inflate when oxygen is flowing. Be sure to secure your own mask before assisting others.
If she's sucking in the nitrous
A
oxide,
life
would she be
vest is
like talking like
located
a
under
chipmunk, or
between
would she be
your seat.
laughing?
To wear it, tear open the plastic package, remove the life vest, and slip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist, snap the two ends together, and tighten. Inflate the vest by pulling down on the rib tabs.
How do you
Vest can
get
be
the
manually inflated by
gate
blowing
backed
into
up
one of the
and the
red
attendant
tubes,
talking? Sorry,
and is
I'm new to
equipped
all
with a
this. No worries, no worries.
water-activated
So the
locating
attendant talking
It is
is a
important
program
that you do
called
not deflate your life
PAX,
vest until after
and
exiting the
then
aircraft.
it's spelled
As a reminder,
PACX,
smoking is not permitted
and
in
then
any area of
the
the aircraft,
pushback
including the lavatories.
is
Tampering
if
with
you go to
disabling or destroying a
flightsim.to,
lavatory smoke detector
there's a
is
mod
prohibited.
there called Pushback
On behalf
Helper.
of the captain and your entire crew, it is our pleasure to have you aboard. Enjoy your flight.
Alright, so let's activate takeoff. I'm about to shut her up. She already shut up. Alright, so I hope I have everything set for the V speeds and everything, and we don't have any issues getting out of here. But yeah, last time I tried to do a double flight, the daggone thing decided to rocket up on me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna suck. So once we get up to cruising altitude, I'll start looking at our decision height and all that stuff. We don't need our APU anymore, and auto crossflow coming on. And since I'm up here, we're about to enter the runway. I will go ahead and turn on the landing lights, or runway entry lights, strobe lights coming on now. Portland traffic, United 1982, lining up runway 28 left. This is when they tug on a life preserver string and what intentively. I couldn't be a flight attendant. Could you imagine? Be right back. Work calls. All right, Iberworld. Could you imagine? I couldn't imagine being a flight attendant. Like, not all flights are good ones. Like, sometimes you have to deal with unruly passengers. Like, I saw a video a couple of weeks ago where a passenger was like going ham on his flight attendant, just laying hands on her, and I was like, oh crap. Like milking a cow. All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Portland traffic, United 1982, rolling runway 28 left. Portland traffic. All right, let's go. Toga is in. And we're pulling up. Here's coming up at this time. Have to shield your face so you don't get sprayed. Bring up our flaps. Here's nav, speed, and autopilot. Alright. So it's looking good. It didn't rocket up on us like I thought it was going to. And we're going to tell it to do 250 knots, under 10,000 feet. Portland traffic 1982 4000 on Harmon 5. Oh Christ, we need fuel. No, we don't need fuel. Yes, I put fuel in. We put 9,200 pounds of fuel in here. So we are not going to have any issues, Mamba. So the aircraft is coming out nicely out of Portland. I'm not going to let that go for... I know you won't, but... No, so, okay. So what happened was, I actually, when I put the fuel in, I had it set for kilos instead of pounds. And that's what happened. But I know you're going to give me flack for a long time on that, Mamba. I'm expecting it. And we're getting ready
Gentlemen, we have
to
now
pass
passed
10,000 feet.
You may now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep
Go ahead
your
and
seatbelt
bump
fastened while you're seated
go ahead
and
and
do not
bump our
congregate in
speed
the galleys
up.
or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page to pay a small fee for internet access. We do offer complimentary
And landing lights are coming off
to our
now.
partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movies library.
So we're going to continue our climb up to our cruising altitude of 37,000 feet. So a good landing on Los Angeles City. Yo, I think we landed in the middle of Compton. I think that was the middle of Compton. Like, I felt that plane's on blocks now. Oh, it's stripped. Like, I felt so bad for Tower when I called in and told him, hey, yeah, we got an IFE and whatnot. And he was like, will you be able to make it to the airport? I'm like, nah. Adam Handler, appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to United Airlines Flight 1982 service to Sacramento. How is your day going? So yeah, man, I that plane is definitely on blocks or strip. So it's been a pretty quiet day today in sim space. We haven't had any ATC in the area, so we've been pretty much on our own. Here in about 2,000 feet. That's good. That's good. I am from Sacktown. Nice, nice. I don't live too far from there. I live about 45 minutes from Sac. I just threw him the keys and said, here, you can have it. Here, take this. Do something with it. I don't want it anymore. Alright, we just restart transition altitude to 18,000 feet. Now they're doing flybys. Not drive-bys, flybys. Set it to climb. Gonna continue this climb up to 37,000. And that was actually a really good departure out of Portland. So where's Black Diamond? Where's Miss Donna flying to today? Alright, so while we're doing that, let's go ahead and look at the information for Sacramento. For approaches, we're going to be doing 27 left is what we were selecting. And... okay. Oh, let's do something else. Oh, like, what the frick? Okay, so here, our frequency is going to be 101.75. So those in 1.75. I like doing this early, so I don't have to fool with it whenever I'm like focused on approach. 1.75. Especially in this aircraft, because this aircraft isn't one where you can just like take your eyes off yourself for a long period of time. Our landing elevation is going to be 27 feet, and then our decision height is 227. So let me go down here, change up our decision height. Come on, 227. 227? Yeah, 227. Alright, decision height is set. So we are now just relaxing. She is flying to San Diego from Dallas in the 7-8. Nice, nice, nice. I like turtle soup. What the freak, Jimmy? Turtle soup, huh? You know what? I am not a super huge soup fan. When I lived over in Japan, my wife always wanted to like get ramen and what have you, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. I was like, can I have a steak? I don't want noodles. Eat it right out the shell. Wow. Some animal rights person who's viewing it head is probably rolling right now. Turn them on and back and fire up the grill, but I will probably get in trouble for saying that. I think ramen is hugely overrated. Is it? Now, when you eat ramen, do you eat it like in a soup form, or do you like pour out the liquid and just eat the noodles? Because me, I prefer it like once I cook it in the liquid to make the noodles swell up or whatever. I'll drain out the liquid, then I'll put the seasoning on it, and then I'll mix it up. That's how I typically eat it if I have to eat it. You like both ways? So my wife, I put it on my pizza. You put ramen on your pizza? I haven't tried that. So my wife actually gives me crap every time I do that. She's like, why are you pouring out the liquid? I was like, I don't want the liquid. I just want the noodles and the seasoning. I mean, I don't want any dry, nasty ramen though. Let me double check Sacramento, see what the winds are doing. 180. But Portland. I think that's Sacramento. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, everybody, I'm back with you. Sorry, had a phone call from the missus. Couldn't miss that phone call. All right, so let's actually look at, because the winds right now are doing, you know what, let me double check that again because it might have changed on us. KSMF 210 is what the wind's doing. So yeah, we're still good for runway 17. Put on my pizza. All right, so we're still climbing up to our cruising altitude of 37,000 feet. The winds is kind of bumping us around right now. Just double checking something real quick. Landing runway 7 right and left. Okay, cool. So yeah, they're using runways 17, so yeah, we're good. So we're about 300 feet from our cruising altitude. Let's turn on turbulence. That way somewhat stop some of the rocking that we're getting. So is that the only flight that Miss Diamond's going to be doing today, Black Diamond? To Dallas? Or to San Diego? Alright, so while we're climbing up, let's pop in here and figure out our fixes. So KSML, and let's see, 37,000 feet times 3, 21, 112 miles is when 112 nautical miles is when we should start our descent.
In a few moments, we will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for a list of complimentary and premium
Yeah,
drinks.
she already said she is tired and for me to take over. I told her, you started, you finished it. Like, hey, I didn't sign on to be your first officer. Alright, why are we landing? What's going on here? Turn on the banks. Like, you started it, you gotta finish it. Alright, so let me correct. Right, I'm a captain, dang it. Alright, let me see what's going on here, because it's doing something weird right now. Let me see here. What we got going on? Got it. Okay. So we will tell it to go straight to LMT. I don't know why it did that. It's doing something very, very weird. Matt Lad, how you doing? There we go. What a mod. I just listened to the entirety of Rainbow Connection by Kermit the Frog. By Kermit the Frog? How you doing, Mad Lad? How's your day going? That's good, that's good. I'm doing very good. Today we just decided to do 2 flights. We originated out of San Francisco, handed it into Portland, and now we're heading into Sacramento for our last flight of the day. Are you off today? Oh, it's a lot of turbulence. It is a lot of turbulence right now. All right. Yep, the ring is there. Getting back on course to LMT. No flying for me today. Oh, okay. I have to, I feel empty sometimes when I don't fly. All right, let's go ahead and let's turn off the airports because that's cluttering up our screen. All right, so we're heading direct to LMT, and then we'll set up for our approach. While we're doing that, let's actually look at our approach information. So for 27, wow. For 17 left, we need to be at 1,900 feet to catch it, and 2,700 in the area. So once we start descent, we'll tell it to go down to 2,700 feet, then we'll drop it down to 1,900 to establish on a localizer. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and throw that in, so whenever it starts its descent, it'll go to 2,700 feet. Okay, so Mad Lab, got a question. I want to fly sometimes, but it's a bit of a hassle to set up a plane sometimes. Yeah, it can be. It can be. It's like sometimes you just want to get in there and go, and then other times you have to like plan your route, look at your charts and everything like that. And that's one thing you have to do with Flight Sim 2020, because sometimes the SIDs aren't acting right, so you have to like rely on the charts and make sure that you're flying the correct departures and whatnot. Like yesterday, I flew out of LA on an Orca 5 departure, and the SID was telling me on the aircraft was telling me that I had to like turn around, and on the actual chart, it said after takeoff I was supposed to fly heading 238. So yeah, even FSX had proper SIDs. He's like, even that trash simulator FSX had proper SIDs that work. All right, so the question of the day: ramen. Do you like the soupy type of ramen, or do you like eating dry ramen? By dry, do you mean uncooked or just drained? Drained. I mean drained. Ugh, uncooked? No. Drained ramen. Drained, definitely. Sweet. Okay, cool. I'm not the only one. Because my wife, man, every time I do it, she gives me crap. I don't even cook ramen. I just eat it out the... Ugh. You just eat it raw? Tell me you're joking, Mamba. Tell me you're joking, Mamba. You too, Mad Lad? Tell me both of y'all are joking. It's a nice little snack sometimes. I do it too. Oh no, I couldn't do it. Oh man, this weather is throwing us around. Alright, for our approach into Sacramento, our altimeter is, let me look at that, 2997 for Sacramento. So once we pass our transition altitude on approach, I'll throw that in. These things real serious. See, I knew Mad Lad was serious. Mad Lad's like, I am serious. What, you were joking? 111.75 is the frequency for 17 left. Let's throw that in down here. 111.75. Alright, 111.75. Oh, it's already in. 111.75, 111.75. Cool. Replying to Black Diamond. Speed too. That's right. Once in a while I eat it that way. Ugh. Sometimes I eat the bag if I'm really. Sometimes you eat the bag. Man, I'm extra hungry. I'm gonna eat this bag too. Yeah, this is some really bumpy weather today. Who has time to boil water and cook if there isn't enough time in the day? Have you ever been that hungry? All right, so what's the worst feeling? Being hungry or being overly full? Like miserably full. You think miserably full? I have to agree with you, Mad Lad. I think, well, you can't. He said you can't even move. You can't even think when you're like overly full. Save some real time and eat it still in a bag. Just crunch, crunch, crunch. But I think being hungry is worse than being overly full. Because when you're hungry, not only do you have like the hunger pains, but you also have the headaches that come with it. I microwave whole eggs and they turn out. Y'all are probably about to laugh at me. I'm not an egg eater. I cannot stand eggs. But I've been like that ever since I was a kid. Like people used to look at me like I was crazy. If I went to like a burrito place or whatever and ordered a burrito, I would get like an all meat burrito with no egg, and they would look at me like I was crazy, like no egg. I was like, no, I can't do egg. They're like, do you have an egg allergy? I'm like, no. I was like, no, I don't have an egg allergy. I just can't do eggs. I don't like the smell. Nothing. You know what? I actually somewhat decent MRE. Yes. I quite like them, at least the British ones. They're great quality. Not something I love often though, as they're quite expensive and just cool to eat. Yeah, they are cool. You love bacon? Yeah, bacon's amazing. Yeah, MREs, I can do a good MRE. And I've had my share of them. Spam MRE is a bomb. Ugh. Spam? I think my favorite MRE, and for people who don't know, MREs are meals ready to eat. My favorite MRE was the Chili Mac. Yeah, the Chili Mac was my favorite MRE. I would just take the jalapeno cheese and squirt inside the Chili Mac. Oh, it was amazing. I wanted to try some MREs. I heard they're pretty good. Some grocery stores sell them, where you can buy them from there, or go to an Army surplus store. They should have them. You see the British ones; they have great selections of stuff too. They have a spam museum in Minnesota. Really, they're okay, Mama. Use them from camping. I find them pretty good. I remember when I first, when I was a young three-striper in the Air Force. My wife was at work. I didn't feel like cooking anything. And my daughter was like, oh, I'm hungry. What can we eat? I was like, oh, I got you. I had some MREs up in the cabinet, you know, for like emergency purposes or whatever. If there was ever like a major emergency. I was like, I got you. I grabbed the MRE out of the cabinet, cooked that up for her. Showed her how to use the heating element to warm it, and she was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm cooking the food. And she ate that. She's like, oh, this is amazing. You got a time. You got time for a video? I got a video here of this guy reviewing the UK ones. Send it to me in a PM. I'll check it out after the stream. It's 33 minutes, but he did, and I like the corned beef hash, cheese, and good. Do they have corned beef hash in Maurice? I can't remember if I ever saw a corned beef hash MRE. Established on localized, so good. Canned, just right. Oh yeah, canned corned beef hash, amazing. Andrew Crossan, appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream and welcome to United Airlines Flight 1982, service to Sacramento. How is your day going? So yeah, corned beef hash, amazing. Do you do any group flights on VATSIM? I haven't done any group flights yet. I fly on VATSIM. We're currently on VATSIM right now, but there's no ATC on. But no, I haven't done any group flights. To be honest with you, I don't even know where to go look to see where they're like advertised at. Like the FNOs and things like that. I always enjoy flying with a couple of people. I have a follower, Avocado Flight. Him and I used to do flights together, sit and chat on the frequency. What's the worst MRE meal you had? The worst I've had. What was the worst that I've had? I think the enchilada. Like I wasn't feeling the enchilada. But it felt like I was just eating a huge brick. Hey, appreciate that subscription there, Jimmy. Mama giving out the gifts and stuff. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I think the enchilada would have to be the worst for me. I can't imagine those tortilla wraps. No, you know what? Not the enchilada. No. The enchilada is actually pretty fire. The burrito is. It's like the tortilla that's wrapped in or whatever. It's like wax. It's just horrible. Yeah, they're normally crispy, are they? Well, no, they're not crispy, but they're not waxy either. Kind of impossible to keep that intact. Oh man, like this thing was waxy. I was like, ugh. And I don't know, maybe it was just me, but no matter how much I cooked it in a little heating element, it did not cook enough. Wait, burrito you said? Yeah, burrito. The burrito. The MRE burrito. No. Ugh. No, an MRE burrito. I don't think they have an MRE taco. So what type of, oh, I thought you said taco. No. Burrito. So what's your what type of MREs do they have for the British MREs? Stay away from waxy tacos. Stay away from waxy tacos. Mama, you're a mess. You are a mess, Mamba. But back to corned beef hash. So my wife, she's Filipino, and anytime she's gone to the Philippines, she brings back some of the Filipino corned beef hash, and that stuff is amazing. My sister came to visit a couple years ago, and she had it, and she said when she found out my wife was going back to the Philippines to visit family, she's like, "Hey, tell your wife to bring back about 3 cans of that corned beef hash." 10 menus, a lot of pasta meals, really. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, you know what? I take it back. I think the vegetarian meal, the vegetarian MRE is kind of, yeah, heinous. Curry, Indonesian spicy rice sausage, which I've heard are really good. Okay, curry. I wonder if it's spicy. I wonder if it's spicy curry. Over in Japan, they have a restaurant called Coco's, and it's a curry house, and they have different spice levels. So it goes from spice level 1 to I think 9. And the higher the level, the spicier that crap gets. And the highest I've ever been able to make it is spice level 4. Yeah, spice level 4. And when I was eating that, I was sweating. It says is chickpeas curry. Okay, chickpeas curry. So yeah, Coco's curry, it's amazing. And I know there's a couple of Coco curries here in the States. Like there's 1 or 2 in LA, and there's a couple over in Hawaii, but I don't think there's any like Northwest or Midwest or East Coast. All right, so we finally got out of that turbulent weather. I could actually go ahead and turn the banks off. That way we're not getting thrown around. Here I'm gonna send you MRE menu list. If you just scroll down the page, it will show you the menus. Good selection on Twitch. Okay, let me check my PMs. One second, trying to pull it up. Okay, so let's see what these British MREs look like. You sent me the list, MATLAB, or you just sent the a video in the whisper? Yeah, the only thing I see is the video that you sent. Unless you sent another one. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's not there. It's just a YouTube video. Nah, it didn't come through. Alright, we're still cruising along at 37,000 feet. Here in a bit, we'll begin our descent.
At medlad_chaotic, I could do this all day. Stop posting links, warning.
Careful, Nightbot's been on a warpath lately. Night strikes again. Night strike. I wonder if there's a way you can change Nightbot's name to like a custom name. That actually sounds like a pretty funny name to put. Danged it! Night strike struck again. Here's Nightbot in the face. In the face! The link should now be in the chat. So I think you can see the link in chat. No, it's crossed out. Okay, let me see. Let's see if I see it now. You know what? Let me close my Twitch and open it back up. Because sometimes the Twitch whispers. Yeah, it doesn't show it. The last thing I see, it says British MRE with the arrow pointing up, but there's no link. And the video above that was a YouTube video. I tried to give Nightbot Jimmy vodka, and it spit it out. God knows. Yeah, I don't know. Man. But this has been a very good flyer. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me during this stream. As I mentioned, I do flight sim streams every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on schedule. And there are some times where I just don't have anything going on in the house, so I'll just decide to pop on and do a stream during the week. So if you haven't done so, please consider hitting that follow button and turn on those notifications so you can see when I am streaming. Alright, so we're going to begin our descent at Ewok, or right before Ewok, into Sacramento. Should be a good landing. We're forecasting to be landing on runway 17 left, and the altimeter that we're going to need is 2997. So once we reach our transition altitude of 18,000 feet, I'll throw in that altimeter and we'll be set up. So have y'all ever had homemade ice cream sandwiches? Since we're talking about weird food. Yeah, a homemade ice cream sandwich. As in you put the ice cream in break? Yes! Yep. On toast. Everybody has that reaction. It's amazing. If you take so my parents, when I was growing up, we didn't have name brand stuff. Like cereals that we had were Kabooms. I haven't had ice cream sandwich in ages. I just like toast at the best of times. Oh. So yeah, when we were growing up, we didn't have name brand stuff. We didn't have like Cheerios. We had Wheat-O's. We didn't have Fruity Loops. We had Fruit Rings. Rice Krispie. We had Crispy Rice. So homemade ice cream sandwich. Basically, you just take the toast. You toast it. You take some vanilla ice cream. You slap it on the toast, and you got your ice cream sandwich. And I have to tell you, it actually tastes pretty good. My stepdaughter, I don't know if you can get them in the US, but you can get Oreo ice cream here. It's basically like buying Oreo that's on ice cream. Yes, they have that here. They have that here. But my daughter, my stepdaughter, she I was telling her about it. She's like, ugh, that's nasty. And I was like, I was like, really? Hold on. I made her one, right? And she tried it. After she tried it, she went back and made like 2 more. She's like, this is amazing. So yeah, the Oreo, that is quite nasty. It's not, no, it's good. Try it. Try it. But yeah, the Oreo ice cream sandwiches, yeah, those things are amazing. Drago, you drumming up some priceless memories. Yeah, man. Yeah. Have you tried the homemade ice cream sandwiches? Or are you talking about the non-name brand cereals? As a child, if I didn't have a Reese's cup, I'd mix chocolate with peanut butter and make my own. See, as a kid, you had to do what you had to do. My brother, he would make some freaking, like, lock up your colon type peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He would make like a triple layer peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it would just be like loaded with peanut butter. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's gonna lock up your colon. Oh yeah, all of the homemade rice pudding. Yep. My mom, she used to make on Sunday mornings. Her thing was to make salmon croquettes or sardines. Are y'all able to hear the music? We would cut up peaches and put in our vanilla homemade ice cream. We used our hand crank to churn and make. Dang, you used to churn it? Woo! I think I've seen one of those once. Like, how well do those work? We made the ice cream from scratch. Okay, how long did it take you to make it? Because you have to put like the cream ingredients or whatever in, and then the ice in the bucket, then the cream ingredients, right? And then just sit there and turn and turn and turn. About 30 minutes. The salt. Oh yeah, the salt. I don't know if I would have enough patience, especially if I wanted ice cream like right then. Yeah, like if I wanted ice cream right then, I don't think I have time to wait 30 minutes to sit there and churn it. Let me see, what else? What are some other weird things we used to eat? Who's ever had rabbit? We would go fishing, bring some catfish, fry them up, have homemade ice cream. So we country folk back there. Nice. Yeah, who's ever had rabbit? I've had rabbit. Okay, all right. Badlands like, hell no. I remember the first time I saw one. My grandfather, he brought one to the house, frog leg. Ooh, yeah, I couldn't do frog legs. My mom used to do frog legs. Tried it, almost died. They are so sweet. You can. How can you eat that? Well, see, so what had happened was my grandfather brought one to the house, and it was already, butchered up and everything. So I just thought it was chicken. I thought it was, or like pig or something like that. And then after my mom cooked it or what have you, that's when they told us it was rabbit. I was like, oh my God. Never again. Mad Lab's like, I'm gonna puke. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten, Mad Lab? Frog legs is good eating. I can't do it. I've had duck. It has to be cooked just right though. I've never had duck. I've never had duck. Yeah, I don't think I could do frog legs. I could not. So we have a little bit left before we begin our descent into Sacramento. Alright, cool. Hey, Zapstrack's still here. Didn't miss anything. You were busy with work? So yeah, you did miss a lot. We've been talking about a lot of foods from our past. And the latest thing... Alright, let me go back to the original question. I don't know if you answered it or not. About ramen. Do you eat ramen as a soup or do you eat ramen drained? Going to the store for cigarettes, turn into me jumping on top of 580. I mean ramen as a soup. Okay, alright. So yeah, we've been talking about various foods that we've eaten. And the latest thing we're talking about, I drained ramen and added to beans. Okay. I haven't tried beans with ramen. Why I did that? I don't know why you did that. I used to do that when I was a young airman. On my days off, I would just hop in my car and just drive somewhere. When I was stationed in Delaware, I would just hop in my car and just drive to Philadelphia or Baltimore on a whim. 15 beans soup with ramen is good. Okay, I may have to get that a try. Did you get your link posted? JP Post, how you doing? I missed the Fort Myers flight on one of my 50th birthday party. No worries. It's still on my video on demand if you want to check it out. But yeah, we did the flight. It was a very good flight. After we landed in Fort Myers, we hopped in the helicopter and just did a quick little sightseeing tour around the area. But I was able to find the Northwest bowling shoe livery for the A320. So yeah, we just used that and did it. How's your day going today? How did you find the Northwest livery? On flightsim.to, there was a livery for it, and I was happy that it had it. Good. I got off of work at 2:30. Okay, all right. You had a good day at work. So yeah, it was a really good flight. We had some weather once we took off out of Detroit, but once we got up to cruising altitude, everything was smooth out. But I think there was like a storm or something in the area because we had lightning clouds below us the whole time. Actually, I stayed later for like an hour. Oh wow!
He can clear me out to his first fix out of his airspace, or the fix into Salt Lake.
So I see Sav is in a storm where. So I think it was there was some weather system that was rolling through during that flight from Detroit into Fort Myers. When we did the flight on Saturday. I see Savstrek was rolling through giving people shout outs. If you're a streamer in here, feel free to plug your channel. Alright, so we're creeping up on our descent. Should be on the ground in Sacramento here, probably in the next 20 to 30 minutes. So what time are you going to be streaming today, Sap? I'm not sure yet. Okay, all right. And Mamba, see, we're not going to have the issue that we had the other night. We're going to get there, not going to have to do any emergency landings in the middle of the highway or anything. Yeah, so, no, I told you how I had to do an emergency landing a couple of weeks ago going into LA. Engines flamed out, aka we ran out of fuel because I didn't put pounds in, I put kilos in. And had to land the aircraft in the middle of LA. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thanks, I might stream if I fly to Florida for a trip. I love Florida and I left my Ray-Ban Sunny there 6 months ago and my friend's house. I thought that okay, so fun fact, I was born in Florida. And when I retire, well, after I finish school, I'm planning on moving back to Florida. Mistakes were made. Yes, mistakes were made. Nobody died though. We safely made it onto the ground in the middle of Crenshaw Boulevard. Compton neighborhood. They just said just another brother don't know where the airport is. Like, hey man, you look lost. What set you represent? Oh man, I did that one time before. So my wife, there was a TV show from her country that came here and they did a performance at some convention center over there in that area. And my wife represent United, represent United, yo, UA. But my wife was like, oh, I want to go see where the convention center was. I'm like, okay. So we're driving, we're going and looking around and whatnot. And next thing I knew, we were on Crenshaw Boulevard. I was like, hey man, I'm not staying around here. We're on Crenshaw. All right, so we're beginning our descent down into Sacramento this time. I also know that my dad's boat, he sold it last year in Lauderdale with her new owners. Why do we call object she or her? I don't know. I think it's a little more sentimental when you call it a she or a her. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, back with you. Are we gonna land at the airport or the top of the Arden Mall? We're gonna land at the airport. No, we're gonna land on the Tower Bridge. Tower Bridge all the way into Sacramento. And then end up on J Street. I'm gonna land on K Street. So Black Diamond, did you end up having to take over on that flight, or is Miss Diamond still doing it? They took the boat from Detroit to Fort Lauderdale by water. We originally brought the boat into Fort Lauderdale and brought it up to Detroit by water. Funny how it made a complete circle. Wow, how long did it take you to do that trip? That trek? control this descent. All right, just wanted to control that descent there. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that. My daughter popped in real quick. 4 weeks. Could have been 2 weeks, but one of the cylinder heads on the pistons broke off the engine, had to be redone. Diesel engine. Woo! Oh my god. No, she is flying it a little more than an hour left. Okay, all right. I was like, are you gonna have to hop in there and handle it? Alright, so let's pop over here. We're going to tell it to go down to 2,000. That engine had a recall and the cylinder head broke 3 times. We had to do both engines. Wow. I have never really been on little small like fishing boats or anything like that. I've been on those little boats that do the tours in like the bays. Like last week or 2 weeks ago. No, last week. I took a little tour in the San Francisco Bay. Checked out the sites, Pier 39, Alcatraz, Golden Gate Bridge, things like that. I fed her, so she's feeling better. She's sick. I can finish. Sometimes that's all it takes, right? Have a little bit of food and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I can handle this. I believe both engines were 800 horsepower apiece. How big was the boat? Ooh, turbulence bumping us around on this descent. Change up our range. Yeah, let's see. So we're going to get rid of something here. So we're going to go 2-door to Derby. Let's look over here. We got Tinko, Derby. How about them? There we go. $50 long, 18-foot wide, 4.5 feet below the water level. Okay, all right. 3 stateroom. Dang. All right. So it was a pretty a decent sized boat. I was thinking it was like a little small, like a little small fishing boat. Lamina, how you doing? How's your day going? How is your Monday? So we're on approach into, I'm doing great, having a nice day today. That's good. So we're on approach into Sacramento, should be on the ground here momentarily. We got some turbulence jumping, throwing us around a little bit, but it should still be set up for a nice approach into Sacramento. We originated out of San Francisco, headed into Portland, and then now we're finishing up in Sacramento. Yeah, I was going to ask, where are we flying? Yep. Let's go. Bird strike, nah, don't need any of that in my life. I'm I've been on a plane when we sucked in a bird. So funny story, I was flying out of a location on a C-17 and I was up in the flight deck. And the pilot and the co-pilot were up there just talking. The pilot was chatting away with the loadmaster on the headset, not really paying attention to what was going on. And the co-pilot the first officer started saying bird, 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 and all of a sudden she sucked the birds into the engine. All right, so altimeter 29er 907. Let's throw that in. She sucked the bird into the engine, and then come on. And then once we got on the ground, myself, the flying crew chief, and another person on my team spent 7 hours picking bird parts out of the engine. Picking bird parts out, we had to take a couple of blades out, and then I asked the pilot, I was like, hey, so are we gonna have to RO in, which means remain overnight at this location? He's like, oh no, we're gonna take off with all 4 engines, and then once I get in the air, I'm gonna shut one down. I was like, oh god, no. One guy I know had 2 boats. One is a 76 foot. He keeps in Michigan. The other is 112 feet. He keeps in Florida. He also has a house in the Bahamas, and I don't know how many in Michigan. Good God, I want his money. The bird messed with the U.S. Air Force. No one does that. Nobody messed with the U.S. Air Force. No one stops the U.S. Air Force except lightning within 5. Lightning within 5 will stop the U.S. Air Force. Everything grounded, yep. Alright, so we're still descending down. Nice, beautiful descent down into Sacramento. Bringing the range a little bit. The guy got his son a Jaguar SUV for his first car. What the freak? Can he adopt me? My first car was a 1987 Honda Accord. And to me, that car was a Lamborghini. At 16 years old, that car was a Lamborghini. I drove that thing everywhere and like pedal to the metal. I don't know why they had me flying in ace combat and my F4 got hit with lightning 3 times. Huh, that's weird. Jeff Abs, appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream and welcome to United Airlines Flight 1982 service to Sacramento. How is your day going? Herbert Graduate, appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to United Airlines Flight 1982 service to Sacramento. How are y'all's day going? Demeanor, you know I love a good Jag. Remember the story I told you? I've never even ridden in a Jaguar. Like, I've seen them all the time, never ridden in one. Alright, let's see what the weather is in Sacramento.
Weather for Sacramento, U.S. clear sky with a temperature of 85.2 F, 29.6 C. Wind is blowing from the southwest at 5.01 miles per hour, 8.06 kilometers per hour, and the humidity is 37%.
We're running, so we did 180, and I beat them. Nice, nice, nice. I used to do a little bit of street racing when I was younger. Street racing, and I used to also like race on the track.
Enjoy your flight.
Like, I remember one time I had a 2004 Honda Accord V6 coupe, 6-speed, I still do. I'm too old for that. I can't do it. My wife would kick my tail. Um, so I had a 2004 Honda Accord V6 Coupe 6-speed, and I was just driving along, and all of a sudden, this Nissan Altima pulls up next to me. Altima Maxima pulls up next to me, and you can tell when somebody's wanting to race. They're like inching forward or whatever at the light. So I'm like, okay, you want to go? Let's go. So that light turned green, took off, and he underestimated my car. Like, he thought it was just a little four banger. But when I dropped that 6th gear in on him, took off on him, we got to the next light. He's like, "Is that a 6-speed?" I was like, "Yeah, it is." He's like, "Oh, I thought so." I was like, "Yeah, you should have known." Yeah, it totally slipped my mind. All right, so we're about to pass 10,000 feet here in a bit. Lights are going to be coming on and set up for our approach. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and turn the lights on now. Lights are coming on. Stop zooming out. And we need to be 250 knots. The aircraft is slowing down. Oh yeah, totally. I'm just gonna do a minor modification. I'm gonna swap out the VQ37 and swap in a VQ56.
We have begun our final descent into California.
No big deal. I'm just going to V8. No big deal.
One final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
You know, that's why I love cars and drifting and stuff. I had my first roommate, they were into drifting. They had a Nissan 240, I think. A Nissan 240, and isn't there a Nissan 180 as well? Or like the 240 pig nose. Yeah, it was a 240 pig nose. In Japan, yes. Okay, alright. Yeah, so they had those. And the my roommate knew how to drift. His girlfriend claimed she knew how to drift. She did not know how to drift at all. We actually went to a drifting event one time, and it was hosted by J.R. Gidding, who drives the Falcon car. And he let them go out there and drift around for free or whatever. And my roommate's girlfriend, when she went out there, it just looked like she was on a Sunday drive. Yeah. Like my roommate, he was getting it, you know, whipping it around the course or whatever, but her, it just looked like she was on a Sunday drive. I was like, did you pull the e-brake at all? All right, let's switch this over to nav. It's going to be picking up the localizer here momentarily. The course that we're going to need is 168. Verify, yep, 168 is set. There's a little buggy on my screen. I was like, there's something on my sim. No, there's a little gnat on my screen. All right, here in a little bit, I'm going to arm approach. Get our approach speed in at 180 knots. Then I'll set our VREF. So this is a great way to end out this week's stream. Nice, smooth approach into Sacramento. Saturday we'll pick back up and we'll bring the CRJ back over to San Francisco, and then we'll probably hop back into the A320 and maybe fly it into Phoenix or something like that. Hanover Falls had a Scion TC with a super rear diff and all NASCAR V8. Dang! Land at the Sky Harbor. Yep, gonna land at the Sky Harbor. Alright, bringing the range. Looking really good on our descent. Speed out just a bit. So we can get to 1800 around where we need to be. So Sav, the music's at a good level for y'all? Alright, cool. Always gotta have my audio checks.
Fuck.
Sav's always dropping the shout out.
God damn.
I'm telling you, Sav, you need to jump on Dead by Daylight. If you'll play with me, I'll play with you. I got to reinstall it on my computer. My brother's been asking me. He's like, "Hey, when are we gonna play Dead by Daylight again?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got to reinstall it because since I got my new PC, the only thing that I installed on here was Flight Sim 2020." Alright, so we're at the approach altitude that we need. Let's go ahead and tell the aircraft to go down to 180 knots. Go and get our flaps in and set up for our approach. That's our approach. Gonna capture the localizer. Once we capture the glide slope, I'll bring our landing gear down. Has the glide slope, localizer, flaps 20 coming in. Gear coming down. Sacramento traffic, United 1982 on the final runway 17 left to land. Sacramento traffic. Hop over here, get our VRAF. Go ahead and go flaps full. All pilots coming off. I have the aircraft. Just reverses are armed, so we are good there. Yeah, I love this song. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sacramento. We're going to hit the high-speed turnoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to California. The local time is 3
Alright, Black Diamond, appreciate it. Thanks for being here, buddy.
84 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your
We're going to go ahead and taxi into the gate.
Remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening
And Nightbot for holding it down and banning everyone for no reason. It wasn't banning people, it was just saying, hey, you should be posting links.
We encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation.
Flaps are coming up. And continue our taxi over to the gate. I want to say thank you to everybody who popped in here. I want to say thank you to all the new followers that we have. I will shout you out here momentarily once we get to the gate at Sacramento. Alright, so we don't need our landing lights anymore. Taxi lights can stay on, strobes can come off. Fire up our APU, so we have that once we get to the gate. Yeah, Nightbot's been on it today. Like, hey, stop posting links. Here's the APU. I was like, is this thing gonna fire up or what? Alright, let's see. Where are we gonna put her? We'll put her right here. Been on. No, it hadn't been on. Because if you're running the APU while you're flying, you're actually burning fuel. So, you should turn those off. Jeff Abs, enjoy my first flight with you. See you next week. Alright, Jeff Abs, appreciate it. You have a good one, and thanks again for the follow. Alright, so we're at the gate. Let's go ahead and shut down the engine because we don't need them anymore. Engines are coming off. Coming off. Whoa. There we go. Beacon's coming off now. And APUs are good. Boom, 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 boom. Tax lights, we don't need those anymore. Open up the exit. Get the chocks in place. Power card's coming out. And I do believe that is going to do it for us. So yeah, just want to say thank you to everybody who popped in, and let's see if this is working for me. I tried to see if I can go back and see who is all the latest followers, but oh wait a minute, let me try one more time. Alright, so yeah, I want to say thank you to Harvard graduate Jeff Abs, Andrew Crossan, Adam Handler, Jimmy was crazy, courtesy of Mamba, Disco Jaden for following. I really appreciate it. Mamba Gator Simulator with it, giving out the tier 1 subs, really appreciate it. And that's going to do it. So until next time, everybody have a great one. See ya.